welcome guys to another episode of the Atlanta Falcons, or Coach Career Mode. If you guys did not see the last episode, we finished the rest of the season. We finished with a record of 6-10. We were originally like 2-7 or something. We ended up like winning the last 3 of our games, as you can see on the top. We beat the Jags and the Bucks. I don't remember the two we beat. I'm pretty sure it was then the 49ers. So we're just gonna go. So this episode, we're gonna go through the playoffs, the Pro Bowl, look at our stats, and then we're gonna do free agency. And then tomorrow, I'll do the draft, so you guys can, see the draft on Friday, which seems fitting. So let's go ahead here and advance to the wild card. All right, here we are in the wild card. Obviously, we did not make the playoffs. It's hard to make playoffs when you're 6-10. We signed our guys off of our practice squad here, so we got more players. Let's go ahead and upgrade our guys here. What's the flipping thing called? Practice squad, yeah. So let's go ahead and view who's in the playoffs. I'm gonna assume the Saints are in the playoffs. So the wild card matchups are the Chiefs and the Chargers, 49ers and Seahawks, who we beat the 49ers towards the end of the year. We got my Cincinnati Bengals and the Tennessee Titans, and then the Packers and the New Orleans Saints will be representing our division here in the playoffs. My prediction, Chargers are going to win, the Seahawks are going to win, the Titans are going to win, and the Packers are going to win. Those are just my guesses there on the thing. Also, we're going to go ahead and look at our stats, see how we did it on the year. Matt Ryan had a ton of yards, 4,763, 36 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, so a lot of touchdowns, great touchdown to interception ratio, 66% completion percentage, average almost 300 yards per game. Looking at rushing, Devonta Freeman cracked the 1,000 yards, had 6 touchdowns, 3 fumbles though. Mia Smith chipped in a little bit with 252 yards and a touchdown. Quadri Allison Evie got 2 touchdowns. Kendrick Borner. So quite a bit of guys got touchdowns here. But 3 fumbles from him. He also broke 42 tackles. This is great receiving. Julio Jones had a great year. He had 91 catches for 1,392 yards and 11 touchdowns. Austin Hooper got a brand new contract. Had the second most receptions, second most yards, and the third most touchdowns, we'll tied for third. And then Calvin Ridley had a good year, 72 catches, 855 yards, 5 touchdowns. Mohamed Sanu, who was a red zone threat, at 86 catches, 841 yards, 6 touchdowns. I'm looking at Devonta Freeman, had a big year too. So he had combined around 1,600 total yards and like 9 total touchdowns. He had 26 catches, 415 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Ida Smith even got 2. Luke Stocker caught 2. And I'm looking at blocking. Jake Matthews led up the most sacks at 13. Caleb Gary. We let up quite a bit of sacks earlier in the year, but we kind of didn't let up as many sacks towards the end. I'm looking at tackles. 134 for Deion Jones, 123 for Devondre Campbell, 98 for Desmond Trufant, 92 from Ken O'Neal, 84 from Isaiah Oliver. Looking at the other guys here. Tackles for loss, 16 for Tackle McKinley, 13 for Gary Jarrett, 11 for Devondre Campbell, 11 from Adrian Claiborne, 11 from Tyler Davidson, 5 from Deion Jones. And we got a double-digit sack leader. It's Grady Jarrett, who barely got 10 sacks. Tack with 7.5, 3.5 for Campbell, 3.5 for Kaminsky, 2.5 for Killager, 1.5. Even Chris Odom even got a sack and a half. Looking at picks, 4 for Isaiah Oliver, led the team. We allowed more than 0 catches. Pass deflections, Deion Jones led with 8. We forced 3 fumbles, and we recovered 2 of them. I don't think we had any blocked kicks. We had 2 actually from Jack Crawford and Duke Riley. No safeties, no defensive touchdowns, and the other stuff is just downs and games played. Now looking at the kicking game, Georgie Duvecchio was 22 of 27, 81% completion percentage. Wasn't the greatest start of the year, but he did pick it up. Punting, Matt Boucher averaged 50.9, 16 inside the 20, 16 touchbacks. So he had a good year. Matt Boucher, kick return, Ida Smith. We only got 7 kick returns the entire year, and on punt return, Kendrick Borner averaged 6.5. I mean, a good year by our offense. We had the second best offense. I'm gonna assume one of the worst defenses in the league. We actually had the worst. So let's go ahead and let's look at team stats here. See where we're ranked here. So the Redskins had the worst offense. The Packers had the best offense. Well, total yards gained. We're gonna see where we are third, fourth. So we finished around 20th in total yards gained. Now total offensive yards, we finished second. Passing yards, obviously we had a really good passing attack, so we had the second most, 6 behind the Patriots. Looking at the rushing yards, the Cowboys had 2,000, Cardinals had 2,000, a couple of teams with 2,000 here, and we finished with, not the greatest run game. We finished with one of the bottom feet of the run game. Passing touchdowns, a couple of 40s here. We finished in our top 10 in that, I believe. Rushing touchdowns, didn't have that much, so we're gonna be towards the bottom here. In rushing touchdowns, we had 12. Defensively, who led up the most yards? It was us. So defense is going to be something we're going to try to improve here in the draft through free agency. Don't really know about the draft. Free agency, but definitely through the draft. We had a good run. We had an okay run defense. We had a not very good run defense. We allowed the 5th most yards. We got to the 4th. I think the 14th best. Fumble recoveries. Cardinals had 10. I didn't really have that much. We had 4 recovered, yeah. Interceptions, we were, I want to say, top half of the league. Yeah, we're around top half of the league. Conversions, third down conversions, Panthers converted the most. Let's see, we re-ranked. Not really, more top 15 or something like that. Third down attempts, the Bengals had the most third downs attempts. We were top 5 in that. Third down percentage, the Cowboys were 1 here. We're to re-rank. We weren't really good at picking up third downs at all. Fourth down conversions, we had the least amount of fourth down conversions. I'm assuming we had 9 fourth down attempts. Fourth down percentage, we converted the most fourth downs. We're obviously not going to be very good at that if we only attempted 9. We're gonna finish towards the end, towards the bottom of 2-point conversions. We got a couple, I think 2 or 3 or something like that. Did we not get a single one? Must say I did not. Percentage players 100%, quite a bit of teams 100%. We were there. Red zone efficiency. Who had the most red zone trips? It was the Titans. Didn't have the most red zone trips. We had a lot of big play touchdowns, offensive touchdowns. The Saints led it, so we had 2 of the highest scoring, most red zone efficient teams in the league in our division. Field goals. So who really couldn't finish the drives the most were the Ravens. Red zone points percentage. The percentage they would come away with points were the Panthers and the Saints. We weren't really that good. Red zone defensive trips, how many times we let teams in the red zone. We allowed 57. Touchdowns allowed, we allowed not that many, I don't think. We should be lower half. Yeah, lower half of touchdowns allowed. Field goals allowed, I'm going to say we allowed quite a bit, yeah. Red zone points percentage, so the percentage we would come away with points. I don't think was even that good. Yeah, we can't really do that much. We had the least amount of penalties committed, and we had the least amount of yards. So, I'm looking at the turnover difference. Here we have -1. I'm gonna say we had a -1 too. No, we actually had 2. How many giveaways? We were top half there. Interceptions. I don't think we really had that many. Maybe we got 10 or something like that. Yeah, we had 10. We lost the There's quite a bit of teams tied for second. Takeaways. Defense wasn't the greatest, so maybe we get a new defensive coordinator or something like that. I'm probably gonna do something along those lines. Fumble recoveries. We recovered we have 4. So those are just the team stats here for the entire league. We finished the year in Legacy Leaderboard 31st. We're definitely going to need to improve our defense here. Hold on, guys. Let me fix the camera angle real quick, and I'll see you guys in the divisional round. And also, Grady Jarrett won Week 17 Player of the Week with his 3-sack performance, which got him to the 10 sacks. So, forgot to show him that. So now I'll see you guys in the division round to see who wins in the playoffs. Here we are in the divisional round. Let's see who won the games. Look at the playoff schedule here. On the wild card, the Chiefs won 38-17. 49ers beat the Seahawks. Tennessee beat the Bengals, and the Saints was 1-3 in the wild card. Now look at the divisional round. You have the Chiefs and Colts. I'm gonna go with the Colts on this one. I'm gonna go with the Colts on this one. I'm gonna go Cowboys. I'm gonna go Titans. I'm gonna go Saints. Actually, I believe in the Saints. So let's see if we maybe get look at the team schedule. Let's look at the team schedule real quick here. So we're not off to a good start. We started 1-1, 1-2, 1-3, 1-4. We were 2-4, 2-5, 2-6, we were 2-7 at one point, and then 3-7, and then 3-8, 3-9, 3-10, and then we finished 6-10 winning the last 3 games against the 49ers, Jaguars, and the Buccaneers. See, none of these are forced wins, as you guys saw. The only one is a bye week, and you don't play on the bye weeks, so I'm pretty sure you guys should know here. Yeah, that's really the only thing. Let's go ahead and simulate here the NFC Conference Championship to see who will be in the Conference Championship. Alright, here we are in the NFC Championship, so let's see who wins in the, let's go look at the playoff schedule here. Divisional, Colts beat the Chiefs, the 49ers beat the Cowboys, Patriots beat the Titans, and the Bears win. So again, I'm pretty sure I was 1-for-3, so I'm not very good at predicting Madden. Madden's kind of unpredictable. We got Patriots and Colts and the 49ers and Bears. I'm going to go with the Colts on this one, and I'm going to go with the Bears. So Colts and Bears, Super Bowl rematch, I think will be the Super Bowl here. And then we have the Pro Bowl next week, so we get to see if any of our guys make the Pro Bowl. So I'll see you guys in the Pro Bowl week. Alright, so it looks like the Super Bowl is the 49ers and Colts. So it looks like who's running that one. We obviously, I think you always get nominated for Coach of the Year to, go to the Pro Bowl because, the game wants you to play the Pro Bowl, which we're not going to play the Pro Bowl because I don't really care. Looking at the Pro Bowl rosters, we have nobody right now. Ricky Ortiz made it, so we have 1. Julio Jones made it, so we have 2 Pro Bowlers. Austin Hooper, 3 Pro Bowlers. So we have 3 Pro Bowlers on the offensive side alone. 4 Pro Bowlers. Alright, we got 4 Pro Bowlers. 5 Pro Bowlers. It's quite a bit of Pro Bowlers. And that was 6 Pro Bowlers. I don't know why Kendrick Bourne is there at punt return, even though we returned 25 or something like that. But we'll take that. We have quite a bit of Pro Bowlers. I'm not surprised all of them are most of them are on offense because we have the second best offense. So and then maybe a couple guys get development increasements. So let's go ahead and look at the schedule. Let's look at the I didn't even do that. I meant to go league schedule. So the Saints unfortunately do not win. My prediction was wrong. The Colts demolished the Patriots 38-0. The 49ers barely edged out the Bears. I want the 49ers to win so I can say we beat the Super Bowl champions. So the Super Bowl is the 49ers and the Indianapolis Colts. See who can win the Super Bowl here in our virtual sim. If the Chiefs didn't really do well, I'm assuming. So I'll see you guys in the Super Bowl week where we could get development increasements and also regression. Alright, here we are in the Super Bowl week where we can now look at yearly awards. So the MVP goes to Deshaun Watson of the 79 Houston Texans. Andrew Luck of the Colts finishes 3rd. Matt Ryan finishes 6th there. Andy Dalton of my Bengals, who went 7-8-1, made the playoffs, surprise. And we're eliminated in the first round, I'm pretty sure. So, Coach of the Year, we'll go to Jason Garrett. We're not going to be up here because we had a 6-10 season. Look at the NFC Offensive Player of the Year. Goes to Mitchell Trubisky. This is how you guys know this is Madden, not real life. Todd Gurley second. Matt Ryan finishes third. Winston finishes seventh. Newton finishes ninth. Prescott finishes 10th. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Aaron Donald. Deion Jones finishes fourth. Devontae Campbell finishes fifth. So you had two guys up there for Defensive Player of the Year. DRC finishes 10th. Offensive Rookie of the Year will go to Kyler Murray. Tyree Jackson of the Philadelphia Eagles finishes second. That's interesting. I don't think we had any guys there. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Clayton Thorson's up there. The Eagles have two quarterbacks. Maybe Wentz got hurt or something. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Sean Murphy Bunting. I don't think we're going to have anybody there. We actually have Jordan Miller. Kendall Sheffield was hurt, so we didn't get to win that one. Matt Ryan was the runner-up for best quarterback. We got some of the other guys. Get Garoppolo there at 10. Best running back goes to Tyler Gurley. I almost said Tyler. Todd Gurley. Ezekiel Elliott in second. Devonta Freeman finishes 7th there. Best receiver goes to Julio Jones, so he wins best receiver. And then Christian Kirk, Geronimo Allison, Randall Cobb, galore of the guys. Offensive lineman goes to Zach Martin. I don't think we'll see any Falcons in here. No, we do not. Bunch of Eagles, though. Best defensive lineman goes to Aaron Donald. Grady Jarrett finishes 3rd. There, Ty McKinley finishes 6th. Best linebacker goes to Khalil Mack. Devontae Campbell finishes 4th. And Josh Martin, who had like 3 sacks against us, finishes 10th. Deion Jones doesn't finish anywhere in there. Shaquille Griffin wins best DB. Trey Flowers also there. Isaiah Oliver finishes 6th. Best kicker goes to Robbie Gould. Audrey Rosas doesn't happen. Giorgio DeVecchio. We're going to go ahead and view the AFC. Offensive Player of the Year goes to Marcus Mariota, Deshaun Watson, Andrew Luck. We got the Bengals, Holmes, Baker. Defensive Player of the Year is Calais Campbell, Yannick Ngakoue. There. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Marquise Brown of the Baltimore Ravens here. Looking at some of the other guys. Trey Wesco. Colin Gillespie, who I'm pretty sure is a fullback, finishes 10th. Never seen a fullback for Offensive Rookie of the Year, ever. Juan Thornhill wins it. Jermaine Pratt in 2nd. Bobby Okereke finishes there. Best QB will go to Andrew Luck. Lamar Jackson 10th. Best running back goes to Mark Ingram. Joe Mixon finishes 5th. Carlos Hyde on the Chiefs finishes 7th. Receiver goes to Trent Taylor. For some reason, he always goes off in sim. I don't know if he's like a sim guide or something like that. Best offensive lineman goes to Quentin Nelson here. A couple of Patriots. Best defensive lineman goes to Calais Campbell. Yannick Ngakoue finishes 2nd. A couple of Browns in there. Best linebacker goes to Dante Hightower. 3 Raiders there, so they're trying linebacker for a minute. Montez Perfect. Better watch out. Hopefully he doesn't come to our division and tries to kill Matt Ryan. Best defensive back. Chris Harris. Sean Williams, who I have negative opinion on. Just Decker wins best kicker, of course. Randy Bullock finishes 10th. So those are all the yearly awards. Let's see if anybody got some sort of development increase here in the Super Bowl week. Matt Ryan is now up to Superstar X Factor. His ability is Pro Reads, Inside Deadeye, Dashing Deadeye, and Indoor Baller. He gained that through the Super Bowl week. So maybe that means he doesn't regress as bad. Other guys, nobody else goes up in development. Looking at the defensive side of the ball. Whoa. Quite a bit of guys here. We got Devontae Campbell goes up to X Factor with his shutdown ability with secure tackler. So glad we re-signed him here. Deion Jones goes up to... was Deion Jones that superstar? No, I'm pretty sure he was that star. Our linebacker core can still be improved though. Keanu Neal goes up to superstar development. Looking at our other corners. Defensive line. We get Grady Jarrett there. So key upgrades here on the defense. Defense can hopefully take a huge step up next year. Specialists. I don't know why I'm looking at this stuff, but they're kind of cool to look at. So a couple of developments here. They get 2 new X Factors, a couple new superstars here and there. Gonna be message, nobody really cares. So with your Colts versus Niners, I believe the Colts will win this one. Colts are very hard to take down in the sim, especially when they have Andrew Luck. So I think they will win that one. Let's go ahead and scout college players here. I want to see who's on my draft board. We have a total of 87 guys on my draft board. He's undrafted talent here. Ooh, what could we look to improve? We can improve O-line, Logan Stern, Stenberg, Zach Shackelford. This doesn't have Cesar Ruiz. Maybe they have him as a guard. Maybe Alex Leatherwood way down there. Parker Braun, who I know who has a certain development. Right tackle. Left end, we could look to improve our defensive end spot. Khalid Kareem. There. Scott Nico, 4th rounder. Looking at outside linebacker, we could still use another outside linebacker. Or we could move Deion Jones out to outside linebacker, which could be a very nice thing. So maybe we could scout some other linebackers. Shaquille Quarterman, 4th round talent. Throw Marcus Bailey on there. Alright. David Reese. Tay Crowder, who is Mr. Irrelevant this year, so we'll throw him on there just for the memes. And let's go ahead here and advance. I'm pretty sure regressions don't go into the resign period, so we'll go here into the resign period and see if somebody retires, a surprise retirement, or somebody regresses quite a bit. So we'll see you guys in the resign period. Alright, your Super Bowl champions of the 2020 season goes to the Indianapolis Colts as they win 21-14. So let's go ahead and look. This is the only time you can look at player regression. See who regressed here. Julio Jones regressed 22 overall points, but he is still a high overall at 96. Matt Bosher regressed a total of 3. Matt Ryan regressed all the way down to an 85. Josh Harris down there. Desmond Trufant. Kamel Ishmael. Devonta Freeman is regressing, only regressed 1. Ricardo Allen's even regressing. Alex Mack regressed 36 overall points. Yeah, Muhammad Simi who regressed 25. Luke Paulson regressed 30, and Steven Means regressed. So Adrian Claiborne all the way down to a 73. So quite a bit of regression here from our guys. But nobody retired. I don't think. Alex Mack is still on the team. Houston 86. Ooh. Maybe something can happen. I don't know. I'm still looking at the end. Could use another ugly corner here. So let's go ahead and look at the. Oops, did not mean to look at that. Let's go ahead and check out the transactions here. We're going to look at retired. So Joe Staley retires after 13 years. Ben Watson retires after 16. Cameron Blake retires. Jason Witten. Donald Penn on the Bengals retires. Mercedes Lewis retires. Tremont Lewis. Thomas Davis. Jonathan Joseph. DRC even retired. Jeremy Parnell. Adrian Peterson. Vernon Davis. Eric Weddle. Andrew Whitworth. Richie Incognito. Jordan DeVay retires. John Sullivan. Steve McClain. Eli Rogers retires. We have a couple guys retire. Ken John Bourne retires after 7 years. And Matt Schaub retires after 16. So not like starters retiring, but they're still, like backups and stuff. Larry Fitz retires. Terrell Suggs retires. DeMar Dotson retires. Frank Gore retires after 15 years. Lorenzo Alexander retires. Mike Nugent. And Andy Reid retires. So I wonder who's going to be... has anybody been released? We can also look at released players that could be in free agency. So Jordan Akins, Aaron Colvin, D'Angelo Blackson, Ryan Suckup, Mark Barron, Dante Moncrief, Steven Russell, Roosevelt Nix, Taysom Hill, Kayvon Webster, Beast, Alex Smith gets released. Manti Te'o, Cooper Kupp, what? Cooper Kupp gets released? That's insane. So quite a bit of releases here. And there goes the garbage truck. That's sick. So quite a bit of guys are being released here. They've all been resigned. Trent Taylor Ethan Carter, Joe Thomas, Miles Wilkerson. I guess there's a 40, 50 million contract. I mean, oh my gosh. So, where we have, as you guys can see, no cap. Literally no cap room. So we're gonna have to make some tough cuts here, like every team's done so far. So I'll see you guys. I'll show you guys who we cut here. All right. So the first guy we will be releasing is Luke Stalker, who is our third tight end behind Eric Saubert. We'll free 2.6, but a current penalty of 750K. We will free up 1.9 mil by releasing him. So long, Luke Stalker. And I'll see who else will get cut. All right, Jack Crawford will be the next guy to release. He looks exactly like Ryan Shazier here. With this, we will free up around 1.7 mil with this cut, and we'll cut Jack Crawford. See who else will get cut. All right, guys, our next cut will be Matt Bosher here. With this release, we will be freeing up 2.55 million here with no penalty on Matt Bosher. So we release Matt Bosher. Those are the only releases I'm going to do. I could maybe do more, but we'll see here. Now looking at our cap situation, it's still not good. It's still terrible. So we're not gonna be able to re-sign any of these guys. So let's go ahead here and advance to free agency to see if probably won't be able to sign anybody. Could make a trade. I don't know. Alright, here we are in free agency period number 1. We have negative 1.67 mil. Looking at the top free agents, the same free agents you see here. Cooper Kupp's obviously there, new one I rarely see. So these are just the top guys that are still available. We won't be able to re-sign top guys. We could sign depth guys or like replacements. Like looking at punter, we could sign I don't know like Jeff Locker, Jack Fox, or something like that. So we're not going to be signing like Kareem Hunt or Cooper Kupp or Nelson Aguilar. We're not going to be signing like these high overall guys. So I'll see you guys once we can maybe make a transaction. Alright guys, and the first transaction to free up a little bit of cap space, we are going to be putting Alex Mack on the trade block. I thought he was going to retire, but he didn't. The reason why we're trading away, we can free up some cap, maybe get some draft capital in this year, and we're not going to be going through free agency too much with this Falcons team. So we're going to try to free up as much cap space as we can by putting Alex Mack on the trade block. Alright guys, another transaction will be involving Mohamed Sanu. We're going to add him to the trade block to free up some cap. As you can see, we'll free up 5.1 mil. We need to get this so we can get draft capital, so we have enough money to sign our free agents and not be too cap strapped in next year. So another cap saving move here by putting Mohamed Sanu on the trade block. He had a good year, and maybe we can get at least some trade value. Alright, here we are. I'm not going to be spending my Coach XP. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's get expert scout. Let's look at player progression here. Let's go on linebacker. Player acquisition. Don't really know if I want to. Master trade negotiator. Let's get that one here. See if we can get any more. We're going to look at O-line free agency influence. So, we spent all of our Coach XP. I'm going to be simming here till week 2 to see if anybody will want to trade for Sanu or Mack. Alright guys, so nobody has offered on Alex Mack or Mohamed Sanu, so I could do a manual trade. We still have negative. So looking at the league signings, Eric Ebron will go to the Texans, Yannick Ngakoue going to the Dolphins, Mike Daniels to the Bucks, Nelson Aguilar to the Patriots, Miles Jack to the Redskins, Ryan Shazier to the Ravens, Cody Whitehair to the Ravens, Austin Eckler to the Buccaneers, Dell Sue to the Cardinals, Jason Verrett to Jack Conklin to the Bengals, Eric Armstead to the Bengals. So looking at a couple of the top signings in free agency so far through week 1. Quite a bit of signings here, a couple of big players getting signed by teams. So going to try to trade away Alex Mack. So I'll see you guys once we can see if I'll bring you back once I find a trade partner. Alright guys, so we're going to be trading away Alex Mack in a 6th round pick this year for the Denver Broncos, 3rd round draft pick. This is a pick we get draft capital for this year, so hopefully we can get some quality starters this year in the draft. The 6th round pick wasn't, I wasn't mad about giving that away. I like this trade. We get quite a bit of value back in a 3rd round draft pick. So I'll see you guys if we make a move for Mohamed Sanu. Alright guys, I couldn't find the value I wanted for Mohamed Sanu. So we're just gonna go ahead here and release some. With this, we'll free up 4.1 mil, and sad to see Mohamed Sanu. He was a good target for Matt Ryan, but we're gonna have to use some of the tough cuts here so we can make this team better across the board. So with those transactions, we now have 12.5. So we now have quite a bit of more money to spend here. So we can sign some quality guys here. So I'll see you guys once we make one offer on somebody. Alright guys, so our first bid, we're going to be bidding for John Jalapeno just for a stopgap for the center position. So looking at the contract, we're going to give him we're going to be giving him a signing bonus of $606K, total salary of 1.8, and we're going to be giving him at least a 2-year deal. Actually, we'll just give him a 1. So that's now a 52-point bid on John Jalapeno. See guys if we can get anybody else. Alright guys, our next bid, we're going to be bidding on Andrew Billings here. Our deal, we will be giving him a 2-year deal worth 1.7 mil in salary and a 770K signing bonus for a total of 77 points. So see guys if we can make another bid. Alright guys, our next bid will be on Armani Watts. We're going to give him a 2-year deal with nothing guaranteed, so if we want to cut him, we could maybe find a backup safety in the draft, but I'm going to give him this deal. The reason why, because I don't know if we're gonna have enough cap to keep Keanu Neal. Hopefully we will. But if we find a better safety, like an undrafted free safety or a safety we find in the draft, we could cut him with no penalty. And I'll see you guys if I make another bid. Alright guys, my next bid, I'm going to be bidding on Eddie Pinheiro here. We're going to give him a 1-year, 750K deal. That's a whole 100 in total points. We need a kicker. I don't want to use one with my pick. I feel like we can get other picks with that, and I'd rather get a kick, because rookie kickers don't really have the greatest accuracy. So I want to grab one that has a decent one in Eddie Pinheiro. So I'll see you guys if I make any other bids. Alright, we will not be making any other bids due to our little cap room situation here. So far, we have a bid on Andrew Billings here. So our bids are on Andrew Billings, John Jalapeno, Eddie Pinheiro, and Armani Watts here. So those are our only bids, and I'll simulate here to the week 3. Also, wait, we have to scout players. Never mind. So I'll scout a couple guys. I was looking at strong safety here for maybe a need. Tanner Moose. Kayvon Wallace. Ooh. Juju Hughes. Looking at punter. Could use one. Let's get power. Ooh. Fullback. Luke Sellers. Number 1. And now we're going to go ahead here, Chase Claypool. I'm going to try to scout here some late round receivers here. So see you guys in free agency period 3 if we get anybody to resign. Alright guys, so Armani Watts accepts, Andrew Billings accepts, and Eddie Pinheiro. We're still waiting on John Jalapeno. Hopefully, we don't get outbidded here. Now we're looking at 5th year options. I'm working through with technically a year from now. We'll be expecting a big rate. I think he's a key building block for us down the road. No, because we're gonna have barely any cap next year, and I wanna save some money so we can resign Neal and Ridley. So now let's go ahead and do some more scouting here. Scout at the receiver position actually. I want to scout Tyler Johnson here. Pete Donovan Peoples-Jones. Tight end. I think we should scout one. Now we could use a center here. Tommy Kramer. Oh yeah, I need to go ahead and check on John Jalapeno, make sure we're not getting outbidded here. And we're not getting bidded. We still have the leading bid here. I'm gonna look at some other center options. Pass protector. Let's see how good John Jalapeo's got at run blocking. He's pretty good. Okay. We'll stick with that bid there. So let's go ahead and continue scouting here. We could maybe look for the replacement for our guy. We're gonna try to go defensively. So we have our picks. We have the 9th overall pick in the first round. We have the 9th overall pick in the second. We have the 1st overall pick in the third, the 9th in the third, 9th in the fourth. So we have quite a bit of draft capital that I'm going to want to use here. I'm looking at defensive end, could be one of my top needs here. Maybe looking at an outside linebacker, looking at strong safety. Put him on the board there. Look at some outside linebacker, Casey Toohill. That's all the scouting we are gonna do here. So let's go ahead and advance here to. I also need to go ahead and look at recent signings here. So Kareem Hunt's still available. A couple of guys are still available here. Kendall Fuller signs with the Dolphins. That's a brand new signing, I'm pretty sure. Brian Bulaga signs with the Chargers, getting protection for I think their quarterback still Phillip Rivers. I'm pretty sure Clinton Dix goes to the Dolphins. The Dolphins are really building up that defense. Mike Pouncey to the Rams. Anthony Brown to the what is it? The Seahawks. Did the Seahawks retain Vic Beasley? Oh, they let him go and they re-signed him. Probably got cheaper option there. D tackle, good D tackles left. I'm gonna find our division, see if anybody. So the Saints' new quarterback looks like it'll be Jacoby Brissett. I'm gonna update his ability with the Broncos. I'll let you guys know on the our division signs. So similar here to the final week of free agency, see if we can get John Jalapeno. All right, so it looks like John Jalapeno doesn't sign with us. So that makes center a little bit more of a pressing need on this team. Drake Jackson, Nick Harris. What we could get here. Look for maybe a backup left tackle to maybe develop. Terry Phillips, Cole McKivitz. So we could use a guard. Linebacker Michael Divinity, linebacker Patty Fisher, Jacob Phillips, Marcus Bailey. So that's it for scouting. I forgot to scout our guy. But so let's go ahead and see here next week. Maybe Jalapeno finally accepts. I don't know. He doesn't, so Maybe he's still available there. I mean, he didn't accept. So the guys still available are Derrick Henry, Drew Brees, Harrison Butker, Greg Zuerlein, Alex Collins. Kareem Hunt does go to the Cardinals. Cooper Kupp goes to the Buffalo Bills. Martinez to the Ravens. Howard to the Bills. Mike Hilton to the Bills. The Bills are making quite a bit of signings here. Let's get Des Bryant. And the Packers pick up Mohamed Sanu. So they were interested in him. Looks like that. The Bills really went all out on defense here. Luckily, they're not in our division here. So, next episode will be the NFL Draft, which will be on Friday. I'll upload that video at around 6 o'clock. I'll film it quite a bit earlier than 6 o'clock. I want to post it like towards the end of the day. So, I don't know why. I think it just fits. So, let me guys know in the comment section below. Did you like my free agent class? Did you think we got good value for Alex Mack? And do you think I could have traded away maybe got a little bit more value? But hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. Go ahead and like the video and also subscribe. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Actually, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.